Hi, welcome back to HOMOGRAPHS. This is the third and final part of the series. Sorry it has taken such a long time to film. A homograph is a word that you can pronounce in two or more different ways. Sometimes we pronounce it differently because it is a noun or a verb. It could also be an adjective or an adverb. Remember, a noun is a person or thing. A verb is a doing word. An adjective describes a person or thing. And an adverb describes how we do something. So let's get on with the final set of homographs. Rebel, rebel. Rebel is a noun. She is a rebel at school. Rebel is a verb. She likes to rebel against the system. Rebel, rebel. Row, row. The children were sitting in a row. Here, row is a noun. The people wanted to row to the island. Here, row is a verb. So here we can use row for either a noun or a verb. The children were having a row. Row is a synonym for argument. The children were having a row. Row is a noun. People row about the weirdest things. People argue about the weirdest things. Here, row is a verb. So we can use row for either a noun or a verb, and we can use row for either a noun or a verb. English is hard, but hopefully these films are making it a bit easier for you. Second, second. I just need a second. Here, second is a noun. He wants to second me to another post. Here, second is a verb. Second, second. Sow, sow. The farmer has a sow. A sow is a female pig. So here it is a noun. The farmer has a sow. The farmer has to sow his crops. Here, sow is a verb. We also have the word sew, which means to sew a dress. I have to sew this dress, but the farmer has to sow his crops. So, sew and sow, we pronounce these the same way, but we spell them differently. Subject, subject. English is not my favourite subject. Here, subject is a noun. We are subject to the school rules. Here, subject is an adjective because it describes us. We are subject to the school rules. Subject to the weather, I am going out. Here, subject is an adverb because it describes how we are going to do something. Subject to the weather, I am going out. But then the teacher likes to subject us to lots of homework. Here, subject is a verb. So subject we use for a noun, an adjective and an adverb. But subject is a verb. Survey, survey. We did a survey on the house before we bought it. Here, survey is a noun. We asked somebody to survey the house. Survey is a verb. Survey, survey. Suspect, suspect. He is a suspect in the robbery. Here, suspect is a noun. We suspect he is guilty. Here, suspect is a suspect, suspect. In a two-syllabled word, that is a word with two sounds, if we have a noun, most of the time we emphasise the first syllable, suspect. And if we have a verb, we emphasise the second syllable, suspect. Tear, tear. There was a tear in the page. Here, tear is a noun. You must not tear the page. Here, tear is a verb. You must not tear the page. I saw a tear in his eye during the performance. Here, tear is also a noun, but it means something totally different to tear. I saw a tear in the page is totally different to I saw a tear in his eye. Transfer, transfer. The footballer was a last-minute transfer from another club. Here, transfer is a noun. The footballer had to transfer to another club. Here, transfer is a verb. So transfer is a two-syllabled word. When we say he was a last-minute transfer, this is the noun and we put the emphasis onto the first syllable. Whereas if I say he had to transfer to another club, here I emphasise the second syllable because it is a verb. Transplant, transplant. He had a heart transplant. This is a noun. They had to transplant a heart from somebody else. This is the verb. Remember, I am from the north of England, so I pronounce my A's A all the time. Transplant. He has a heart transplant. Somebody from the south of England might say transplant. He has a heart transplant. Obviously, the way that I speak is the best, although somebody from the south would disagree. Transport, transport. A van is a type of transport. Here, transport is a noun. You can transport a lot of things in a van. Here, transport is a verb. Update, update. I need an update on the situation. Here, update is a noun. Can you update me about the situation? Update is a verb. Update, update. Upset, upset. He caused a lot of upset. Upset is a noun. The film upset her. Upset is a verb. She was upset by the film. Here, upset is an adjective because she was upset. Upset describes her. So upset is a noun and upset is for the verb or the adjective. Use, use. I have a good use for that table. Here, use is a noun. I could use a good table. Here, use is a verb. If we have the s sound at the end of a word, if we are talking about a verb, we generally change the s to z. Close, close. Use, use. Wind, wind. There is a lot of wind today. Here, wind is a noun. I have to wind the bandage around his leg. Wind is a verb. Wound, wound. He has a nasty wound on his leg. Wound is for a noun. I wound the bandage around his leg. Wound is the past tense of the verb wind. I wound the bandage around his leg. Wound, wound. So that concludes the list of homographs. These are the most common homographs that I use. That does not mean that there are not more homographs in the English language, but I use these. We cannot finish until we talk about the following words. Either, either. We can either eat at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. We can either eat at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Neither, neither. Neither of the girls wanted to watch the film. Neither did I, actually. So either, either and neither, neither are not necessarily homographs. We just pronounce them in two different ways. And either or either is absolutely fine. I hope you found this lesson useful. Sorry that the lighting on the first couple of films was not ideal. Hopefully I've got my lighting issue sorted now. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.